Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are in a kerfluffle, would that be a good word, on how to say the name of this. We're down in New Orleans, first time Backroads has made it to New Orleans.
Down in the French Quarter.
In the French Quarter, and the name of the cemetery, I want to say, is Metairie Cemetery, and Miss Backroads wants to say...
Metairie.
Metairie. Okay, so in the comments, feel free. Where are we at? In the middle? So at this cemetery, there's 9,000 people buried here, right? And a lot of those include 9 governors of the state, 7 mayors of New Orleans, 49 kings of Carnival, and 3 Confederate generals, including Beauregard. He's down here also. So that's a pretty big deal. So I thought, hey, why not for the first video, we just come see what it looks like, walk around, find some of these graves, and just have a fun little talkie-walkie video.
And it feels like there's 9,000 graves in this cemetery. Like,
it's weird how
it's a really large cemetery.
Oh, they're all above ground, like, you know, the stereotypical thing you always know, but they really, it is wild to see it like this.
We've only seen it like in movies, so it's cool to see it in person.
And it's because of you guys, so shouts out to the members. I thank you guys so much. Yeah, let's walk around. Let's do some walkie-talkie. You ready?
Let's do it.
Talkie-walkie, here we go. All right, so I thought first we would come over here to where it's the loudest because there's an interstate or something that runs by.
Like literally right under the interstate.
So the first place we're coming is the grave of PGT Beauregard, which he is in the crypt of the Army of Tennessee. He is famously known for being the general that was like, yeah, let's start this Civil War thing off at Fort Sumter. So you can see the Louisiana Heritage Trail sign. It says Army of Tennessee, and it's a pretty impressive statue. And inside they got a bunch of Confederate stuff. And over there, I'll try to zoom in the best I can. And that's the grave right there, PGT Beauregard. And on each side of the wall, they have like a little organized by the surviving soldiers that has all the battles like Vicksburg, Jackson, Missionary Ridge, you know, Shiloh, Fort Sumter, all that, Oak Hill, all that type stuff. Yeah. So I thought there's 2 others. Well, we did Beauregard, and I thought we would come over and see John Bell Hood's grave, and then we could look at the original vault for Jefferson Davis while we're over here. But it's weird that I have to, like, I guess, put a thing in front of this and say, the only reason I'm doing this is for history, right? Like, I grew up, I shouldn't even have to do this, but the world we live in, right? So I grew up, you hear the stories, you read the tales, and you hear the names. And you have to come, like, they're real people, right? Whether we like it or not, history sucks sometimes. History goes to the winner. So, with all that being said, John Bell Hood's grave. Right here. Wow. See how they have a whole little thing about him and all the stuff he did and all that stuff. Yeah. The other thing is the pyramid. I hope that car moved. Yeah, it moved. Good deal. So we have the pyramid right here. Look, there's somebody taking pictures up there at the receiving vault. Some of these places are real tight to walk through too. Not a lot of moving, you know? So as we move, John Bell Hood is right there. We'll move up here to where Jefferson Davis was first buried, which I think is wild. This is the one that caught our eye originally though. It says, please do not touch the statues. They're fragile. Brunswick. Look at that. And that's opulence, right?
It's really neat.
It is cool. And then that building, like something about this, I really like the architecture with this one. We'll get over to Jefferson Davis here in a second. But look at that. Isn't that incredible? Did you trip?
No, I stepped on a rock.
Okay, good. Something about that one I really dig too. It's pretty cool.
It looks really neat.
So yeah, let's go look at this, and then we'll go visit a baseball player and maybe a judge or two. So this is stop number 3 on the Louisiana Heritage Trail. They at one time had something wrote the Louisiana Division Army of the Northern Virginia. Okay. And in here, oh wow, they really had this planned out, didn't they? It's right over there. Let's see if I can get, oh guys, okay, there we go. Right there.
They've had to reinforce these walls.
I guess that was the spot.
You know it?
I still got lucky. I didn't drop it in Abraham Lincoln's first receiving vault, and thank God I didn't do it in Jefferson Davis's either.
They had to reinforce these walls.
Yeah, just a smidge, right? Just, you know.
That's really, you can tell.
Good old redneck engineering paying off. All right. Yeah, so like I said, I shouldn't have to caveat, but it's history. It's weird. Like, I wanted to see this stuff, but some people got, you know, some people are, yeah, whatever. So, yeah. All right, let's go over to the newer side, and let's visit the guy that put somebody, or tried to put somebody in jail for the Kennedy assassination. So we've left Beauregard, and our stomachs are hungry, so we decided to come over here and visit the grave of Ruth Fertel. Is that how we want to say it?
That's what we're going with.
That's what we're going with. So here's her grave. Ruth is known for starting Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
She is a Louisiana businesswoman.
Yeah, look at her go.
I have to say the landscape at this is some of the prettiest in the cemetery.
You can see how much their steaks cost by this, right?
Yeah.
Look at that. That is opulent.
It is
That's
beautiful.
That's the fancy word of the day. Opulent, right?
And it is well taken care of.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I want to open the door.
I know.
But I don't want to open the door. There's, I'll put a picture. I saw it online where people have been in there. So yeah, Ruth Fertel. Is that how we're going to say it? Fertel? Yeah, sure. All right, that was, we were just kind of seeing who's all here. Like if you go and find a grave, it shows there's like 36, 39 some odd, what they consider famous people here. So we're just kind of running around seeing who we could find, just enjoying the day. I hope everybody's had a good summer. It's time, right? Kids are back in school. Ooh, there's like swamp water over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's not nice.
There's
Let's get away from them mosquitoes. We don't want none of that. So I hope everybody's getting ready. Like cold weather's on the way.
Yes.
It's getting there. We just gotta.
It's our favorite time of year.
Yeah, wait for it. All right, let's go find somebody else. We left one place that made us hungry, so we decided to come to another thing that made us think of food. And that's the grave of Al Copeland.
And he is the creator of Popeye's Chicken, which has made us really hungry.
Look at that.
And I said the landscape at the other one was the nicest, but it looks really pretty here also.
He's up there, 2008.
He was born in 1944. This whole...
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's really neat. This cemetery is amazing, by the way. Like, and this is just one of many down here. This is just the first one we've made it to so far. So we got a couple more to go, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So just hang in there with us. We got a few more to go. I'll tell you what, before I get my ADD sidetracked, let's come over here and do, this was a, we were going to do finish the video, and then we saw this. It was like, how could we not pass up the legend, Louis Prima, right? Is that, we're going with Prima. God, these names, the worst.
Yes.
Okay, so for those that don't know, I mean, Louis had a bunch of great songs, but for us, it was a bit
Pennies
waterlogged.
from Heaven was a big song.
But he's King Louis from the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
So to us, that's what Louis is, but
Which is So cool.
We had to come pay respects to King Louis.
It's like one of our favorite songs.
Yeah.
Jungle Book is classic. Somebody left a tape here, and I wonder what's on that tape.
They left a tape?
Yeah, I wonder if it has one of his songs.
That's an old school tape,
That's cool.
That's old. That's from way back when.
Yeah. And some Mardi Gras beads, because we're in New Orleans.
And see, this one says maintenance care, where the other one said perpetual. All right, so we made it over to the newer side of the cemetery, I guess you could say.
Yes.
And we're coming over here to see the grave of Jim Garrison. I'm a big fan of the Kennedy stuff. I like to look into that. And I figured, why not come visit a very influential grave. He's best known for the investigation into the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And he tried to prosecute the only guy, Clay Shaw, which he was later dismissed. And just the movie Oliver Stone, JFK, this is Kevin Costner. That's who he played in the movie. So yeah, Jim Garrison. You wanna go do a baseball grave next?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so over there is where Jim Garrison was, and we drove over here and parked. And now we're going to visit the grave of Baseball Hall of Famer Mel Ott. He batted left-handed, he threw right-handed, and for a power hitter, he was 5'9". And he led the National League in home runs, then scored 6 times. He was an all-star for 11 consecutive seasons and was the first National League player to surpass 500 career home runs. And there we go, Melvin Ott, right there. How sweet is that?
So nice.
Perpetual care. I don't know what that.
No, I was gonna see if there's anything on the back.
Somebody's left a baseball. There's Mildred. It's hard to tell. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, Mel Ott. We've got Jim Garrison, Mel Ott, and you know, I don't know where Miss Backroads went. There she is. That's pretty cool, huh?
It is really neat.
So yeah, it was a fun little tour of the cemetery. We just came down here overnight, you know, for a nice little getaway.
And there's nothing on the back side of that.
And it's all empty back there. This is our first time in New Orleans, so we thought we'd start with a smaller type, simpler video because we didn't really know what we were getting into.
Yeah, and the cemeteries down here are amazing. It's just really...
It's weird seeing how they're all above ground. Normally that's not, you know, we don't have a lot of that back home. Like some people do it, but not everybody.
It's very well kept also. And I've been noticing the maintenance care plaques on all of them, which or not all of them have it, so I'm curious about that. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saw the perpetual care. I wonder if you pay for that in advance.
Yeah.
And that gets you like continual care even after death or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful cemetery. I think this is the wildest one I've been to.
Well, there's so many old graves here, but then there's the newer section too.
Yeah, the old side that we were on to start, it's something over there.
And the trees are so pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So thanks for watching. We do appreciate it. Got more videos coming soon. Hope you guys enjoyed our first New Orleans content. We're breaking ground down here now too. It's nice in the shade.
It's really nice.
All right, so we'll see you guys next time. And you know what? You never know what you'll find on the back road.